Welcome to 30 Teens, 30 Dreams, Destination University. I'm your host, Dr. Cynthia Coulon, founder of Dream College Academy and College Essay Bootcamp. If you are a college-bound teen or a champion of one, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now, if you've been following, we've been doing a special series the entire month of April, interviewing a different student, a different college applicant every single day of the month, and understanding their college journey, what they did right, what they would advise, and where they're going to land next fall or this fall as a member of the class of 2025, or in this case, today, we have someone who is probably going to be a member of the class of 2024. So here we go. I won't delay much longer because this is truly pretty out of this world. You're going to meet Cosette today, and she is from Maryland, and she is our sole transfer applicant. She's been going through this process all year. I'll let her tell you the story. She's been through this process a few times, but she has finally landed at her dream college so far, and she's still waiting to hear for more. So let's have you all cheer her on together. And for parents, if you are watching this, please, if you do nothing else today, please join us on Destination University, our Facebook group, where all our parents get the insider scoop from me. So, Cosette, are you ready to rock and roll? Let's hear it.
I'm so ready.
Me too. Oh my God. I've been literally, you guys, I've been waiting for everyone to hear this story. And so I'm so glad that you agreed to join us here on April 30th, our last day as our bonus episode. Okay, so first, before we do anything, please tell us who's the beautiful lady sitting next to you.
This is my mom, my best friend, basically, through this whole entire process.
Okay, Mom, try not to get choked up because I might get choked up too. But okay, so we're going to start with the questions. And the first question is, share with our viewers and listeners where you have applied to college this year and how you came up with that list. And you might share, just as we go through, I want you to sort of weave through some of your story, obviously from high school even to now, but start with what you did this year.
So for this year, I applied to San Jose State, Chapman, Loyola Marymount, UCs of the Berkeley, oh my gosh, UCLA, and UC Santa Barbara, and then USC. Most of the schools that I applied to are basically for animation. I try to narrow it down that way, but actually for high school, I tried to do the same exact thing. Like, it was kind of a different area. I still in the arts, but I wanted to do something for like vocal arts and opera. And I applied for the same schools, basically. So I applied for UC Santa Barbara. That was my dream school at that time. And of course, USC and UCLA are like my top three. But this year I added Berkeley, and then that was a little bit of a surprise for me because I did get admitted to that one, of course. So it was a very fun process of this whole entire thing, and like picking and choosing what schools I wanted to go to. But yeah, it was fun.
Well, so you just said that you applied sort of in the arts, but for vocal, and you are an opera singer. So that's what we have on your slide there as a part of your coolness factor. And so go ahead, and I know I've already asked, believe me, I've already asked her if Cosette is an open book. So just briefly share what happened as you went through the process as a senior in high school. Where were you admitted to? A couple of schools, one school, two, like what happened senior year? So go ahead and just share.
Yeah, so it started actually in junior year when we were actually introduced to colleges. They were like, okay, so this is the college process, like the Common App, and like that's about it. No one did the UC school because I'm in Maryland, and we don't do that system very well. So they were like, make a list of schools and you do opera. So like pick what opera programs that they have in certain schools, and you're gonna get in because it's basically like a talent, like sports. And so then I was like, okay, that's fine, like no problem. So senior year came in and I started applying, and I was like, okay, I know I have to go to the best of the best schools. Like I can't be going to like no like okay schools, it'd be amazing schools. So I applied for like USC, UCLA, like of course like the very, very top. I even applied to Stanford. I was kind of crazy. But through this process, I felt like I was able to get it because like I was able to sing. Like I've sang my whole entire life since I was like a kid. I was vocally trained in opera. But when the application started happening, my grades weren't really good, but my regular course load was not there. Like there were just so many pieces that were missing, but I thought I could put in 100% because of my voice. So when the acceptance letters started coming in, everyone was getting something like UCSD, like Berkeley, like USC, and then I got denied from everything. Except Santa Barbara. Everything. Santa Barbara, they accepted me for my voice, but then they said, I'm sorry, your grades are not it. So then I did not get accepted to anything, basically, nothing. So
okay, so let's pause for a second, because God bless you. Like many students would sort of give up on their dream and just say, oh, this wasn't for me, and and feel completely dejected. And it's so brave of you to even share this story even now, because for some the wounds are still healing even years later. But what did you, so question number two, for all of our students who are seniors in high schools is, what did you do right, in your high school years? So based on being denied at every school, how did you pivot and what did you do right since then? How did you turn it around?
I feel like after that, I'm a really ambitious person. I'm really hard-headed and stubborn. So once I got that, I was like, I want to get it even more. Like it wanted me to get it more. And so like after that, I applied to the small Christian school in Vanguard. I was like, I have to go to a school at least. Like I don't want to feel like that nobody that didn't get into a school. So I went there. Then after that, I didn't like that. That's a whole different story. So then I came back home. And then I remember I was like, Mom, I have to get into these schools. Like, I can't, like, I feel like I'm so much more for that. Like, I have to, like, even though like I got denied from everything. Yeah, I was depressed. Yeah, I felt really sad. And like, I felt like I really wasn't worthy. But I told my mom I have to apply so I could be worthy. Like, I want to see if I'm worthy of these schools. And so that's when, like, during that time, like, I applied once before I met you, and then I got denied again. Got denied again. And then after that, my mom stumbled upon you, and then she's like, okay, let's just do it. Like, this lady knows what she's talking about. So let's just try to get you in. And I feel like after that, that really opened up so many more, like I knew everything. Like I learned like everything that I needed to know to even conquer even more. Like my ambition was there, my drive was there, like my ability to learn was there. But I felt like once I met you, you literally like opened it up even more. Like it was even possible to reapply again, because I applied twice already. I got denied from USC twice already. So like I kept wanting to do it. Like I felt like I was worthy of those schools.
So let's maybe bring Mom in for a second, because so what Cosette is talking about, so most everybody this month has been an alum of College Essay Bootcamp, but Cosette is specifically an alum of Dream College Academy, and she was a member of Cohort 1, which we ran last summer. So Mom, can you just share, how did you find that from Facebook? How did you stumble upon Dream College Academy?
Oh boys. So this was I'm not sure if it was during COVID.
It was
during COVID. So a lot of things were popping up on Facebook, masterclasses, cooking, trying to get people in I guess to do something, not to be sitting at home. And then I guess I may have Googled something about counseling or helping. And then all of a sudden you came up on my Facebook and said, oh, masterclass and learning how to get to colleges. And I'm like, let's sit in this and let's see what she can offer. And that really was the tool that she needed, because she then was validated that she needed to work harder in school, get rigorous courses, not just get I mean, stretch yourself mentally with school and her schedule. And then also her essays, she knew how to write, but it was good to know that she needed a little bit of focusing. So you helped, not going to that essay class was all right with her, because she had a way to write and she knew what she wanted to write, but she didn't know if she was touching the right subject. And you kind of gave her some details on what to do. So it was very helpful. So, but I would, if we would have been able to have a little bit more time, maybe we would have done the essay camp, but we're like, okay, well, let's see if we can just do this and you can handle it. And she did it. I'm really proud of her.
I felt like I had so much experience with essay camp from getting denied so many times.
Well, and so Dream College Academy has like 7 modules, including learning about having a rigorous curriculum and all those things. So do you remember if there was a particular module that really helped steer you in the right direction and say, okay, this is what I need to do as a transfer applicant? I can't remember if you had a favorite module.
My favorite module was writing the essays for sure, because like I loved how you said like pick certain things in your room or like items that really connect to you, put them in a box, and then like literally like write little like snippets of it and like kind of like go on a test drive with your essay. I really liked that because I felt like my grades were there, but I felt like my writing got so much better from like the major that I was doing that I could actually show them my talent through my writing. And that's why I really like that module a lot.
Okay, fabulous. Now, oh gosh, there's so much I want to talk to you about. But question number 3 is about what is your coolness factor? And you have several, but so you could share with everyone what, how you describe your coolness factor, and also weave in the story of how you met someone from Disney. So go ahead.
So that definitely is my coolness factor, I would say. Like I remember I really want to learn how to do animation. Like I said before, like I was going through TikToks and I was like going TikToks. I have a TikTok. It's like a black hole. Like once you get a TikTok, you keep like scrolling. And then I saw people doing like this new dance challenge, and it was like people dancing, like The Friend Like Me from the new Disney movie Aladdin, like the People movie. And I was looking at this, I was like, okay, these are kind of basic, but like what can I do? Like there's something like an idea sort of like created in me, and I was like, oh my God, how cool would it be if I was dancing that dance, but like not just me dancing that dance, but like the genie from like the 1990s, like Aladdin, was animated beside me. And I was like, okay, how do I animate? So I was like looking through like Instagram, like YouTube, like I even have like animation books, and I was like learning how to animate. And then I saw that you needed like, cell paper, like transparent paper. And so then like I got that, I converted like the video from like the actual movie to like FPS, like frames per second. I went to Staples, this is all during COVID. I was like, I have nothing else to do. So I went to Staples, I got the tracing paper, and then I started tracing it. And so then I traced 174 slides for only 12 seconds.
And then you told her.
And then after that, like we started talking about it, and I said like, yeah, I had this crazy idea, and like I'm doing it, and I showed it to you, and you were like, this is amazing. And so then when we went to one of the modules, we had like that little meetings on Thursdays, then there was someone from Disney there, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I have to talk to Anastasia. Like I have to, she's from Disney, and that's my goal. Like I want to work at Disney. And so then like you spotlighted me, and then that led into her giving out her personal information to me. And then after that, we talked back and forth, and she was like, let me introduce you to the recruiter for animation at Walt Disney Studios. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like crazy. And then she was like, yeah, you can have a conversation with him. I said, okay. So then I emailed him. I said, hey, Matt, like, 15 minutes of your time. Like, I just want to talk about animation in general, like how to get an internship there. Like I'm going to college. She's like, that's fine. So we met. I literally took a lunch break because I was so busy with my schedule. During my lunch break at work, I took like 15 minutes, supposed to be 15 minutes. It turned into an hour and a half of me just like asking him question upon question upon question, and like what I could do and like my story, and like we were just both like captivated by each other. So it was so much fun to meet Matt. Like he was such a great person and really gave me so much insight of what I wanted to do for my major. So it was really surreal that literally like everything happens for a reason. Like I did something about Disney, and then I met someone that worked at Disney that literally like it was just connected so well. It was meant to be for sure.
Okay, so she tells a great story, but I was just gonna add that Cosette is obsessed with Disney. You have like the history book of Walt Disney, like you know everything, and so it's no surprise that you want to work for Disney and this animation, and you're an actress and you're a singer, you're a screenwriter, you do everything. You're so talented. But I just want to pause for a second, because when we do the live sessions with a variety of people who are well connected in their industry or in admissions, when I say to someone, is it okay if I give, this woman, the director of marketing at Disney, she said, yeah, go ahead and give Cosette my work email, because she had heard you and what you had done. And here's the thing, everybody who's watching and listening, you have to be willing as a youngster to follow up and not be scared, because it was probably scary for you, Cosette, right? Like it was like, oh my God, I'm going to email this person from Disney. And then people are willing to help those who are willing to help themselves. And then it turned into an informational meeting with someone who's an animator in the animation department, which was 15 minutes, which turned into an hour and a half. And so there you go, right? And so you just never know who you're going to meet. And so that little piece, saying yes to different opportunities, led you down there. So yes, everyone, her coolness factor, if you didn't pick that up, she's an opera singer, she's an animator, she's an actress, and she's a screenwriter. So there you go. Okay. So question number 4 is, do you have any regrets? Looking back, would you do anything differently? And so you've already said to the world, you were rejected basically 2 times. This is your 3rd time going through this process. And so would you do it differently? Anything different?
If I had the whole application process again, like if I was in high school again, there's just so many things I would tell that little girl, like, get your stuff together, like, please. Like, I was so out of it. Like, I didn't know that college was like this big of a deal. Like, I thought everyone would get into college. That's what they said. And so I never thought it was taken that seriously. And so like my biggest regret was not having the resources and actually going for it, because like I went to a good school. I went to a Catholic school and they had resources there for me, but I just did not want it. And I didn't ask for it. I didn't like look for it. So like, I felt like that was like the beginning. I should have had that drive to ask them questions, to say, what can I do? Like, how can I do this? Like, where should I apply? Because, and also they gave me so much false hope saying that like I was guaranteed through my voice, even though I wasn't. And so I wish they actually told me like, hey, like kid, your grades aren't there. Like, please, like, let's look somewhere else more reasonable. But I was like, I just want to go to UCLA or USC. That's all I cared about. So I felt like that was my regret, was that not having my priorities straight, not looking for where I wanted to look for like helping resources. My parents didn't know much about it because like I'm technically a first gen, because this is my first time going to a brick and mortar school. They really didn't. So like I didn't have anyone to reach out to or look to, except for my classmates who they were going through it too. So I was going through it. So I felt like that was like my regret, not asking or seeking for help or having that mentality that college was important, because I thought everyone would get into college.
What a great message, because I'm sure there are so many that think the same thing. And, obviously it's for several years now, a couple of decades now, it's been just getting so much more competitive. And so it's not the way, for parents who are watching, right, Mom, like, it's just not the way it was when we applied to college. And so many people who have children who are, in high school are thinking, oh yeah, like, I just rolled out of bed and I applied to a couple colleges and everybody got in and it's all good, and it's just not that way. So, Mom, do you have anything to add to what she just said?
No, I think it was that she just didn't understand that the end goal, everything, a lot of it is you go from middle school to college and it's like a jetpack. You don't really know that at the end, you don't have a lot of time. You got 4 years, and it's a lot for a kid who's now 14 going on 18 and having to go so fast and not knowing where they're going. And then it just becomes, oh, what happened to the time? And that's what I think happened to her. It's like, oh my God, where was, it's college. And like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, so question number 5 is all about, where are you headed? And, so for you, I want you to describe, if you can, after being, I can't even imagine being denied, going through this process 2 times. It had to be super scary to put yourself out there again, Cosette. I mean, it takes bravery and courage to put yourself out there at all. And so for the 3rd time. So can you describe what it felt like to get your first acceptance, that you were like super excited? Like, I think Chapman was one of your first ones. So what was that like? And how did you celebrate? And I mean, did you and your mom go, and like, what happened? Just share with us.
I think my first one actually was UC Santa Barbara. And like, that's what blew me out of the water, because like I told you the story before, like in high school, everyone, when they got admitted, we had uniforms. So everyone painted their letters or like their mascot on their skirt. And I was so desperate to get into a school that I was like, what's the closest thing that I got? Like, it was UC Santa Barbara. And like, they loved showing people like they got to this school. We had a whole plaque in our hallway of who got into what college. I only got into one thing. It was Vanguard. And I was so upset with myself because I applied to so many different schools. So UC Santa Barbara was like the one thing that I almost had in my grasp during senior year. So for me to see that I got it, I started crying.
Yeah.
I was bawling. And then I called my mother, and she was crying because I could not believe that like 3 years ago, oh, that's a long time ago, but a long time ago, I applied to Santa Barbara. I got denied. And then literally I applied again and I got accepted. And I was like, oh, this is so surreal to me. How did, like, what happened? Like, I did something right. I finally am worthy for that school, which literally blew me out of water. And then for Berkeley was even another, that was another crazy. I was like, what is going on? Like, did they make a mistake?
Oh my God. I remember getting the text from you with the emojis of like the crying, like, like, so I mean, and then I think with Santa Barbara, you got some merit dollars, right? They gave you some merit scholarship, right?
They gave me some financial aid, yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, okay. Cal State Fullerton, Chapman, Santa Barbara, and then you get Berkeley, which just happened like not that many days ago, right? It just happened. So that blew you out of the water. And so you just got one more that you're waiting for, and it hasn't come in. So what are you doing now to try and figure out whether the last one comes in or not? How are you doing your research for these schools, and how will you determine what's the right place for you?
So I'm gonna be real honest with you. For Berkeley, they don't have my major. I applied because I was like, let's see if I get in. I got so I got in. So we're really deciding like whether or not like it can fit my criteria. And I'm gonna try to contact the counselors and contact the department and go through each, like, because I want to do animation and film combined together, and hopefully a minor in like marketing or something. Like, I want to get as much as I can out of these schools. Like, that was my regret from high school. I didn't get a lot out of it. So that's why I'm going to try to go through each school and see like how much money it's going to be. How much money are they going to give me? How much, time do I have to do to like really like focus and see like, for my animation, and see how many years I have to stay in college, because I know for Chapman, I have to be there for 3 years, like, period. Yeah. And so other schools might do 2.5 years. Like, I don't know. So I have to go through each, major and see like where I can fit in, like for animation, film, and see what's a better opportunity for me there. And their internships, of course, like I need to see what internship they have. Yeah. Like if they do Disney, say less.
Yeah. No, and I know part of this process, we talk about academic fit, a personal fit, and then a financial fit. And I know for you, the personal fit obviously is, I think you would like to be as close to LA as possible for those internships. Obviously, in LA, the Disney offices are up here. Disneyland, of course, is like next door to Chapman. So there's a lot to sort of fit in. And the academic piece, I love what you're talking about, the academic fit. It has to be the right major. You have to know and do your homework on who are the professors, what are you going to be able to do, take advantage of while you're there. So, oh my goodness. Is this not like a dream come true? Mom, what would you like to say to your daughter?
What would I like to? I'm very proud of her. She's got the tenacity, she has the drive, and she is not going to stop. And so I'm really, really proud of her. I mean, that's really it. I mean, what can I say? I can only support her and give her the financial need until she's able to get up on her feet. And for right now, she's on her way. So I'm very proud of her. Berkeley.
Cosette, what would you like to say to your mom?
I don't want to cry. Thank you for everything you've done for me, even though like you did not know what was going on. Like, thank you for always supporting me in that aspect and putting so much money into things, because dang, we're in debt. Literally, like, it wasn't for my voice, it wasn't for you to believe in me, it was for you to like actually like, you know, put in the effort for me and still pushing me. Like, even though I didn't want to do it, she still pushed me. She's like, come on, Cosette, you got to do it. And I'm like, okay. And thank you for paying for this class. Because like, if I didn't, you know, go with Dr. Cologne, I wouldn't even get into Berkeley. So thank you so much for being that rock for me, Mama.
You're welcome, baby.
Oh. Okay, well, we have to have a little celebration. So I got my Chapman and I got my UC colors, and I'm like, congratulations to you. I mean, I could not be more proud of you. And before I wrap up, I want to just share with everyone that Cosette is the illustrator, the animator for the series, and she's done a number of them. But Cosette created this logo. This is her design here, those little kiddos, as I call them. And then, of course, she animated herself. This is her work. And so I just want everyone to see that, you know, she's extremely talented. And as I said in your letter of recommendation, like, there is no stopping you. Like, when you meet, there's one thing to have talent, pure talent. There's another thing to have talent and the drive. And you have the drive, Cosette. And that alone is what continued to get me to be in your corner. Every time you called or was like, can you look at my essays, or can you do this or whatever? I was like, people are happy to help those who are happy to help themselves. And that's what you've done. You have put yourself in all of the right spots and taken advantage of different opportunities, and you keep learning from your mistakes and you keep correcting them. And that's what got you into Berkeley. Nobody else did. You did. You did all this on your own. So bravo, could not be more proud.
Same here.
Okay, hang tight, and we're gonna, let me wrap up, and then we'll wave goodbye, okay? Oh my God, you guys, if that's not dreams coming true, I don't know what is. Okay. Whew. So if this episode has in any way fueled your confidence or helped build your dreams, please share this episode with 3 people in the next 30 minutes. And this is a special one for everyone who's in community college, who has a dream of transferring to their dream college. It is possible. And Cosette has just given you the blueprint of what to do and how to do it and how to achieve your dreams. So please do share this with 3 people. Parents, just a reminder, please join us on Facebook, on our Facebook group, Destination YOUniversities, YOU, where all parents of college-bound teens get the insider scoop. It is never too early to get the behind-the-scenes truths and just learn some strategies and what mistakes, what's the most common mistakes that teenagers make in this process. So you heard some from Cosette today, but I've given you a video tutorial so that you can follow along. This series is going to end tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that we will stop giving you good information. So continue to follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and you can find these videos also on YouTube, our YouTube channel in June. Tomorrow, today was our bonus, but tomorrow is our last episode. You are going to meet Curtis. Curtis hails from Washington, D.C., and he is an aspiring paleontologist. He himself wants to be the 5th African-American paleontologist in the world. That is his aspiration. He's been admitted to a number of Ivy League schools, as well as being offered full tuition rides at a number of schools. So he's going to be choosing tomorrow whether he takes the Ivy Road or the debt-free road. So find out, we'll learn tomorrow together. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And one last shout out to the entire team that makes 30 Teens and 30 Dreams all happen. And there you have Cosette here, our lead illustrator. So special shout out to you. Oh my Lord. So we should say to everybody, we got to actually meet in person not that long ago because you were in California. And that was super exciting. We had a dinner at Hacienda in Playa del Rey. And we had a little toast to you to congratulate you. So big hugs and kisses to you, Cosette. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And anything else you'd like to say to the world right now?
Just don't stop on your dreams, because you can really make it a reality for sure. If you got it, you can do it.
Yeah, this is a great testament to never giving up, never giving up. Mom, any last words?
I guess, yeah, I mean, you have the drive, just keep moving and chipping away. I mean, that's what happened to her. She just needed to continue down the path no matter what. Don't let anything stop you.
Absolutely. I just caught a glimpse at the corner. I can see the Disney ears. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's obsessed. Okay. Anyway, well, have a good night. Enjoy. It's late there for you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Mom, thank you so much for connecting us and honoring me with being a part of your daughter's journey for just a brief moment in time. When you come live here, we're going to have ice cream.
Down, already set the date.
Okay, wave goodbye, everyone, and I'm going to stop the recording here.
Bye.